All right, once again, we are on. Welcome to the Steelers Villains. My host,
wow, what are you been drinking, dude?
It's been 1 week or a few days, and I'm off. I'm off.
The Steelers Villains podcast. Welcome to the show.
I'm AJ.
Your co-host, AJ, the comic collector, Luke Weeks, and me, C Villainous Red.
Oh man, I don't know what I was doing just right now.
No, you just brain farted. You had a brain fart. I'm over here looking for very jumpsuits and jackets. These are pretty good ones.
Oh man. Well, there's the beginning of our show, fellas.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a review on podcasts, iTunes, and Spotify.
Make sure you like and subscribe the show. Hit that notification bell. That way you know every time we have a new show up on. All right, guys?
And hit up the Facebook page. I think we also have a notification on there for every time we jump in, do a live stream, and then
that's true. Yes,
you'll get this notification when we are on, and a good countdown too.
Yeah. How is everyone's week, Luke?
I'm officially Mr. Dad. Started this week, baby. Been
Michael Keaton.
Baby dad in the house.
Is it that movie called Mr. Mom, right? Mr. Mom?
Mr. Mom,
Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom, baby. Hey, you know what? I put my wife through 12 years of school. No, 13 years of school. And this week was finally the culmination of all that. And wow.
Nice, man.
Feels good. Feels really good.
What about you, Red? How's your week been going?
It's like you're able to, I guess, risky business and just walk around the house and just in your underwear and dress shirt.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh, over here it's about 95 degrees right now.
That's hot.
Dry ass heat.
Yeah.
Sweating my balls off. About to take a shower after this show.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. It's fucking hot.
Yeah. Are we in the dog days of summer? Is this pretty much what they call it?
Baby. Late July, early August is a dog day, and I love it. My favorite time of the year.
You get to go to the
really?
To the river.
I wouldn't say. Well, no. Only because if it's normally San Diego Comic-Con like post, then yeah, I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
I love summer. When the blackberries are ripe, it's my favorite time of the year, baby.
Oh, right. You get to get those picked and then make jam out of those.
Yeah, make jam, make syrup. It's my favorite time. I can't get enough of it.
It's also not as hot where you're at because you're pretty close.
Well,
to
that's
right?
true. Upper 80s up here, and it's a cool upper 80s. Awesome region. Woo!
Oh yeah, and then we took the Monday off because someone had a birthday. Someone turned the big 4-2. He's on my top left screen right now. Name of AJ the comic collector. Happy birthday to that guy.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yes, happy birthday, man.
Jackie Robinson.
You are 3 weeks older than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's August 14th.
19, August 19th, 79.
Yep.
Yeah, Legion of Comics, thank you for getting one of our exclusives.
Word.
Yeah. Please make sure you let all your followers know where to pick up those copies. I believe we still have a few left.
And we did a big dump on the on the iTunes with our podcast. There are a bunch of episodes that we didn't get to really upload up until Monday because we didn't show up for you guys. So I was like, well, might as well just put those episodes up that way because you already seen the YouTube shows and we put them in audio format for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys watching the Olympics at all?
Oh, they should not have held them. They should have. Just
Yeah, I don't have
canceled
any
it.
excitement. I have no excitement to watch it.
I have zero excitement, and honestly, I was the most excited about Tokyo. I mean, I'm a Japanese culture freak. I love everything about Japanese culture, from Nintendo to sushi. I'm all about it, and it's like we don't get any of that because nobody can go out into the city. The athletes aren't even allowed to leave the Olympic Village. They have to leave within 48 hours of competing. It's just such bullshit.
Yeah, and they made a big deal of it when they got the announcement that it was going to be in Tokyo, that they had this big pomp and circumstance from Nintendo because it was going to be centered around Nintendo characters. And
Totally.
we
Lost all that. We lost all of that, dude.
Nintendo lost their stuff. They had so much advertisement and I guess pre-planned like relays with the Nintendo characters. I think they still had them, but they're like in small scale.
Well, security officers are now coming down with COVID. The locals are freaked out. This should not have happened. They should have just said, we're going to wait to 2024. Let's wait. We're going to skip it. And Tokyo gets it.
Yeah,
Cities are no longer bidding for Olympic hosting gigs.
Oh,
In
because
fact,
it's a big bankruptcy looming right there.
They can't afford it. They can't. In fact, they've had only one city mapped out for the next 3 times. None after that, but no multiple city bids anymore. It's just like one city.
Well, look what happened to Rio, where they moved every homeless person and shack dweller within a 10-mile radius of the stadium in order to make it look nice for the spectators and visitors. And then once the Olympics are over, and it all went back to that shithole.
Yeah, the favela. They should have given every single member of the favela a ticket and said, enjoy it. This is your city. Dress as nice as you can. Be on your best behavior. Represent us. They probably all would have been saints.
Oh, yep. And then they would have taken over the housing for the athletes and just have them live there instead of the old shanty houses.
Oh, see, we should be running these governments.
Well, I mean, have you seen those old city, the remains of like where they built all these stadiums for like the Olympics, and then after that they were not used, and it's like,
oh yeah. The one from China was the most recent one where
I think China, and I think there was another one that I saw online where like they built everything and then afterwards they just never use it. And it's just like it's just trash now.
Yeah, I think
They need
the
to
winter
plan it.
one.
They need to plan it like, okay, we're going to build like a university, and we'll have all of the stations, all the sporting event stations surrounded this university. And then when they leave, they've got the world's most beautiful university. Students can come in. They can have sporting events there. It will be used for the rest of time. Don't waste your money though.
Yeah, it's a 2-week event where you're building shit for 8 months, and then everybody leaves in 3 weeks after the event. It's like, what are you gonna do with those facilities then?
Okay, we have to address, first of all, congratulations, Suni Lee.
Yeah,
Big time. Came up big for America. 18-year-old, Asian American, just cutie pie of cutie pies. But Simone Biles, huge controversy today. They would not let her take her ADHD medication. It's illegal in Japan. And now we know why she was not able to focus. She did not have her which she's taken every day of her life.
Yeah, I read about that too.
Heartbreaking.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Heartbreaking for Simone.
Once it could be a Schedule 1 drug somewhere else, because marijuana will be illegal here, be illegal somewhere else, and you just can't take your personal, I guess, not your personal stash, but your own medication to other countries, and
Well, Japan doesn't allow Ritalin or I forget the other name of the ADHD one.
I thought it was any sort of like methamphetamines. They don't allow.
From World War II, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
something to do with the pilots and the kamikaze, and it's just.
Yeah.
someone should have researched that long time ago.
I know, Simone, my girl. I feel just awful for her though.
It's not her fault, but someone in the Olympic Committee could have just said this, like, "Hey, this stuff isn't allowed in Japan. Just think about that before you go."
I think she was probably gonna try and sneak it in, and they said we're gonna test for it, or who knows. And oh man, that was her gold medal, but Suni, she stepped up in a huge way. No one even knew her name 3 days ago, and now biggest star of the star of the world.
Oh,
right
Mark, they just cane them. They just take the cane and just smack the shit out of them.
Don't say that, dude.
Hey, you and I lived in the same region for like early part of our lives. Okay, we got the ruler, we got the slipper, we got beat the shit out of us. All right, and ain't no different in Japan.
I trust your word more than anyone's. Right, you lived it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, maybe. Yeah, that might be.
They do hit them. They do hit them, but it's also just a completely different culture, right? It's just.
Oh yeah, they're very disciplined over there. They make the kids clean the classrooms before and after school.
Yeah, no, they don't have janitors, right? The kids do it all now.
They'll do it all.
Echo.
What's up, Echo Comics?
What we got here? Oh, I forgot about the chat box. Oh, there it is. All right, cool.
But Simone, I mean, I think she's one of those people that is going to come back for 2024, and will probably pull in a couple golds.
That's what I was going to say. You think she could still do it?
Yeah,
she's still young.
She's 4'10". She's got that.
Wait, she's only 4'10"?
Yeah,
she's 4'10".
Oh my goodness!
All that tumbling and jumping and doing whatever, that compresses your spine, right? You're never gonna grow taller.
Well, and that medication does also said to stunt growth. So
yeah.
Oh wow.
Sadly,
like girls like Kim Zemeskel, who was Dominique Dawes, dang it.
Who's Dominique Dawes?
She's like from the 1996 class of gymnastics.
Yeah, the late 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, enough.
But other than the gymnastics, I've been watching the volleyball. Beach volleyball has been pretty good. Basketball, however, has sucked.
Ooh,
I haven't watched any basketball. I haven't watched any.
Iran. I watched Iran US. I saw Iran putting up a fight. I was like, what is going on here?
Oh, they didn't kill him? It wasn't a blowout?
I don't know if they've had any blowouts yet. They're
Simone
just
didn't bail. Well, she bailed, but she had good reason to bail.
Yeah, she was not allowed her medication, her prescribed medication. So,
how much did the USA basketball team win by against Iran?
I didn't watch the full thing. I don't have the exact scores, but they are just not playing. They're playing like what was the one when they won the bronze medal? I think it was
that's 2004 Greece.
Was that Athens?
Yeah.
They're playing like Athens. Like none of this matters. This is stupid.
It doesn't.
You know what? I can't blame them if they're partying it up in Athens, though. I mean,
well, they're just like, it's like the All-Star game, right? They don't need to try. All they do is just outscore. Nope, don't play any defense. Just outscore the other team. But they got blown out by. What did they get blown out by? By Luka Doncic and his squad.
Back when? Back in
like a couple days ago. I think it was our first game.
No, that was France.
Okay.
Wasn't it France? They lost by like 7 points or something like that.
Oh, I know Luka Doncic is kicking ass. He's got something to prove.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, King should have drafted this guy. Should have drafted him.
I mean, if I was in the NBA, I don't think I would. I mean, I think if you are an all-star caliber player, maybe you do it once, but then after that, I don't see how an NBA player
Would
could
care.
continually want to play in the Olympics. You know?
Oh yeah, it's now what was there like baseball where you have a pitch count for all the pitchers. It's like basketball players have like a rest period between starts. So if you're playing summer league or even the Olympics after summer league, then you're wearing out your body faster. So by the time the season starts in October, November, then you're no good to the team up until maybe later in the year where you're finally recharged.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they just said, "Screw it, let's just do college players again." I just want to see how well that would be. You know?
Great idea, AJ. Let's bring back college players. Let's do
Because
it.
I think those college players would compete a lot harder than I think the NBA players
Oh
would.
yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
a more competitive game. But but you have the other countries as well. They're not going to go with the college players. They're going to go with the professionals.
Yeah, they're going to bring the NBA guys, you know.
I mean, unless you make it across the board, like no NBA players are allowed to
Current NBA players are on the
current
roster.
NBA players. Yeah.
So you're going to get like Stephon Marbury and like you can
I mean, you could do that. Yeah,
get
get
like Kevin Garnett coming
the
out.
big three
Yeah.
guys.
All those guys from the Chinese Basketball Association, man, they play hard too.
Got like Nicholas Batum out there for friends.
Nick Stauskas, and who's that other kid? Oh shoot, Jimmer Fredette. Jimmer
Oh, yeah.
Fredette is like the biggest name in Chinese basketball and the Mormon society because he's like a god to him because he can shoot threes.
Echo, I don't know.
Whoa.
I kind of agree with you. It's just like fuck it. Let's just see what we can how crazy we can make this. Let's even, you know what? Let's start our own Olympics, call it like the Mega Olympics or something like that. And just say like dope, like put in prosthetics, put in like circuit breakers into your brain, like whatever you want to do.
Oh, cybernetic Olympics.
Cybernetics.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Like, let's just fucking do this. Let's get crazy.
Well, they say that. Remember that one Paralympic runner who like killed his girlfriend. They called him like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, the South
South
African
Africa.
fella.
Yeah. Didn't they say that like he was running way too fast because he was like enhanced because of those like legs though?
Oh yeah, they put more spring in the step.
Yeah, but he still wasn't catching up to the elite sprinters.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't breaking 10 seconds.
Oh, gotcha.
And I guess it'd be perfect for like transgender athletes because they're still the unknown where how can they compete with males with transgender males and then females with transgender females because there's still an advantage to being born the natural way, right?
Right. Yeah.
But that's another discussion that I don't want to really dive into.
Hey,
It's just tough.
is track part of summer? It is, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the
Usain
last
Bolt-
week is all going to be 4x1 relays.
But Hussein, he's not.
Oh, he's retiring.
He's done. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah, track's the
Hold on.
final events, I think.
yeah.
You
Oh, they actually ran tests. Okay. Goes to show I know nothing about that.
Yeah, but
that athlete.
the girl from what's that one movie? The Kingsman. Her blades made her run fast.
The
and she
girl
killed
from
with them.
Kingsman. I don't even remember.
Remember the girl on Kingsman?
Yeah, that was a
She
good
had,
movie.
She had spikes and like a blade on her as feet.
Man, I don't
I
remember.
like that movie with the
Yeah.
with the frequency they put out, made everyone kill each other.
That was,
Yeah,
that was-
Kingsman is a good movie. Like their sequels are entertaining enough for me.
yeah, I mean, the whole secret agent kind of deal is kind of played out, but they put a really fresh take on it.
It was a very fresh take.
Yeah. Remember when back in the late '80s, early '90s, what do we have? If Looks Could Kill with Richard Grieco.
Richard Grieco, yeah. What about it? What do you want to talk about this?
I mean, that's the only thing we had. Oh, after that was the big hit with Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
I mean, those are still good movies. I think they still hold up. But with the stuff that comes out now, it's like, man, these are campy, but yet well done.
Well, I mean, do you guys remember Gotcha with Anthony Edwards?
Woo! No, I don't remember that one.
Oh,
I do remember that one.
That's a deep cut right there.
I think it came out at the same time as Gleaming the Cube.
Now, I do remember Gleaming the Cube, do you remember the original name for Gleaming the Cube?
Oh, damn it.
What, Christian Slater? Just Christian Slater? Is that the name?
Come
No,
on, they changed the name.
I can't remember.
No.
Brothers Justice.
Brothers Justice.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
It was tied to that. It was River Phoenix that was supposed to be tied to that, right?
No, it was Christian Slater.
I know, but River Phoenix was supposed to be the main guy until Christian Slater took over. I think
Really?
that was it. Yeah. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't see River Phoenix do that. It was totally a Christian Slater movie.
Yeah, it's Christian Slater, totally Christian Slater.
Yeah, and he did all his skateboard tricks for real, right? I mean, even though they didn't show his face, right?
No, it was no. Steve Caballero. I think.
Oh, is that the
Caballero
original stunt
was
guy
the,
for the skateboards?
Steve Caballero, I remember, was the guy in there. Yeah. Come on, Christian Slater's not going to be doing that.
I know. I just want. It would have been awesome if, like just now they found old footage and it was actually him doing everything.
Oh, this is awesome. There's a title, Gleaming the Cube, a.k.a. Brothers Justice, a.k.a. Skate or Die, a.k.a. Cinematic Masterpiece.
Available on Blu-ray?
Available on
streaming.
Blu-ray there now, baby.
All right. I know what we're watching this weekend.
I always wonder why Christian Slater never he's a top tier actor, but he never got like that like iconic status, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of fell off after Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that was the big one, and then I can't think of anything afterwards.
Because he was really overshadowed by Brad Pitt on that movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you
granted,
know
that was
what?
already-
And
Tom
I
Cruise
don't
is on it
remember
too.
this. Christian Slater it said he's kind of an outlaw. He got arrested with a gun on a plane. Several DUIs. The guy's kind of a actual bat, so I think that probably hindered his.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that. I remember reading things like, he had like that bad boy thing going on, but, maybe it was just too much of a liability.
Yeah, gun on a plane. Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, guys, let's talk about comics now. Actually, we're not even sure. We don't even have comic talk. Luke, you got a rant for us.
Oh,
Luke, we got a story time episode with Luke.
Yeah, I got scammed.
Man,
I
I was looking forward to
legitimately-
that stuff being real.
I legitimately got scammed this last weekend. I was out comic hunting with my kids Sunday. Just a beautiful Sunday. We went to one of my favorite little secret shop locations that sells vintage toys and comic books. And,
Right.
And I know the owners, and they're super cool, and they always hook me up. And I got some books from them for like 50 cents each or whatever. Super nice people. And then we were going to go out to this other antique store way far out in the boonies, like an hour away. So we're driving, and I'm kind of speeding a little bit, and I pass an unmarked police car,
Okay.
and I'm like, and then it pulls out. I'm like, shit. I'm going about 15 over. It's a 45. I'm doing like 60.
Okay.
He pulls up right next to me, like, and I'm still going, and we're pacing each other, and he just rolls down his window and kind of looks at me, and I wave to him. He just keeps driving forward. I'm like, yeah.
All right. So it sounds like it could be a good day.
Yeah. The day is going like perfect, and then we see this big sign that says like Pokemon cards, knives, collectible toys, collectible garage sale, yard sale, or a sale type of thing. Not garage sale, sale.
Okay.
Like, let's go, kids. Let's check it out. So we go there, and this guy, he's selling all of these brand new Benchmade knives. You don't know Benchmade? It's this Oregon company. It's like a elite knife maker. Their knives sell for like $100 to $200 each knife. And I'm a huge collector of Benchmade, but I'm like, he's got like 20 of them, and I've never seen that many. I'm like, how much do you want for all these? And he's like, oh man, like I don't know, like $80 each. I'm like, that's crazy. These are $200, $300 each.
Now they were all brand new, supposedly, right?
Brand new in the box. Some of them weren't in the box, but they were unused, untouched.
Okay.
And we're talking, and I'm like, I get his name, and I talked to him for probably like 20 minutes. He's in the military. He was in the Navy for 4 years. Now he's in the National Guard, active duty, currently in the National Guard.
Okay.
And I'm like, this guy's legit. Like, and he's like, I had a knife shop for a long time. I'm just trying to unload these now. I'm getting out of the game. So we make a deal. But I don't have like $1,000 on me, right? Like in cash.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can I PayPal you? And he's like, totally. Yeah, I have my PayPal. And so I sent it to him, friends and family. And if you know anything about PayPal, friends and family, it's same as cash.
Yeah.
There's no recourse for collection unless you got hacked. Someone else used the account.
There's no way you're getting a refund.
No way. So I send it to him. I take the knives, and I'm just like a kid in a candy store. I'm so happy. And later that night, I get home. I tell my wife. She's like so happy for me. And then I bring my buddy over, who's a Portland police officer, and he's like looking at him, and he's kind of like looking at me funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like not really happy for me. You know what I mean? Like, because he's a big Benchmade guy too, and he's not really saying anything. And he kind of leaves, and I'm like, that was weird. Like, he didn't like. Normally, he'd be happy for like, congrats.
Yeah, or at least make an offer.
Yeah, maybe you say, hey, hook me up with one or two of them or whatever.
Yeah, like, let me buy one of those.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. So I'm like, shoot. So I start looking these up, and the first thing I see in Google is this certain model are all fakes.
Well, okay, let me. Why didn't your cop friend? Obviously, your cop friend knew something was amiss. Why did he just leave your house?
I don't know why, because he wasn't for sure, so he didn't want to like hurt my feelings or something.
Oh, okay.
But he wasn't like 100% because these looked legit. So I went on YouTube and I found this guy who's like, all right, you have to like hold it to the light, and if it shines, it's fake. If it doesn't shine, it's not fake. And they're all fakes. All of them.
Oh, man.
Every single one of them down. And then they're all from Wish.com. You can buy them on Wish.com for $10 each.
Oh, dude.
And I found the link on Wish.com. You can buy them right now. And if you buy like in packs of 20, they're $5 each. They're the same down to the barcode. So they've cloned the barcode. They've cloned the weight of the knife. So if you put the knife on a scale with the real one, it's the same weight down to the gram. So this guy was buying them off there for $5 each and selling them.
So
Oh,
he was
man.
selling these at his knife store as well as legit, the real deal.
Yeah.
Well, was
Well, no,
everything
He was doing his knife store like I'm doing my comic out of his house.
Okay.
okay? So he had a legit store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Out of his house though, it was all online through like eBay and
Gotcha.
stuff. But he was
Was he
getting
a
out of it. He was getting out of it.
Is he a legit military guy, or was that just fluff?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he said he was, and so I call PayPal and they're like, "Sorry, man. Like it's cash. If like we can't do anything because you authorized it, and that's like you handing over cash to the guy."
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, "So you want me to go to this guy's house, this military guy's house, to try and get my money back?" And the PayPal guy was like, he's like, "Luke, what I would suggest is call the local law enforcement and see what they can do for you." And the next day, because I tried to message this guy, he blocked me. He closed his PayPal account.
Wow.
He closed his social media. He was trying to
Also,
go dark.
he knew he got away with
He
some
knew
cash.
He knew 100%.
Thing is, you know where he lives.
Yeah, I know where he lives. But I'm like a reasonable guy, so I'm like the level of escalation, right? So like 1, email them, "Hey man, they're fakes. Give me my money back." Nothing. 2, call PayPal. 3,
PayPal, no help.
yeah, no help. 3, so I call the police department of that small little local town. I don't call 911. I call
The actual city police.
Actually, I call the finance office.
Oh wow.
I was like, I don't want to talk to like a straight. So I call the finance, and I get this lady on the phone. I'm like, "Here's my situation. Here's what happened. This guy in your town, he totally scammed me, quite a big chunk of money." And she's like, okay, well, that's probably a civil matter. And I'm like, "And he's an active duty military member." And she's like, "Oh, are you serious?" Hey, Dave. She's like, "Are you serious? He's active duty military?" And I was like, "Well, that's what he told me." She's like, "Okay, well, this is actually kind of serious then. If he's selling, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
If he's selling counterfeit knives and he's a military member, that's pretty serious." She's like, "So I'm going to give you one of my sergeant's numbers. He's going to call you back." So I talked to this sergeant, and he's like, "I was actually on a task force at my previous job for trademark infringement." He's like, "This is a total crime." He's like, "Let me go knock on this guy's door."
Oh, dude. Okay.
He's like, "Do you have his address?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Do you have his name?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, name. Do you know what part of town he's in?" I'm like, "I think it was kind of by the park." He's like, "Okay, I got his address." He goes and knocks on this guy's. He calls me back. He's like, "All right, Luke. So I went and knocked on his door. He he confessed everything. I went into his house and I confiscated like 300 fake knives."
Oh shit.
Oh man.
He's like, "But I can't facilitate him giving your money back." He's like, "I can't coerce him." He's like, That's not what we do as police. I can't coerce him to give you your money."
That's
Oh,
what only
dear.
goes to small claims court then.
Yeah, he's like, "You'd have to sue him." But I did tell him it would look a lot better to the district attorney if you gave this fella his money back. And I told him, if I get a call back from you within 1 hour that you have your money back, I'm going to put that in the report. So he gave me his cell phone number, and I called him. This guy's freaked out. He's like, Luke, I'm so sorry. I made the biggest mistake of my life. He's like, just come over. So I go over.
Wait. Why would he? Why did you just be like, PayPal me the money and I'll make the
He
call?
closed his PayPal.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
He canceled his PayPal. He said I screwed up, man. I don't have any money right now. I'm out of, you know. I'm like, you're in the military. He's like, I got 4 kids. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
The Saab act. Right?
Was the violin playing in the background?
I'm like, motherfucker, I got 4 kids. Like shut up. Like I've been homeless. Don't come at me with that. So I drive over there with my kids and my wife as my backup. And I'm like, have the sergeant's cell phone number on the screen, honey, and if anything happens, call him immediately. So I open up the trunk, and he counts out the cash. He hands it to me, and he's like, just keep the knives. I don't even want them back. I was like, okay. And he's like, you're probably disgusted with me, and I just don't even say anything. I just get in my car at the cash, and I leave. And I call up the sergeant, and we met up, and I gave him the fake knives, and it was, I couldn't believe it, man. I can't believe that sergeant did that for me. I've been like a happy, like zero worry since then. I'm like, you know what? This world actually is bad, but there's also good in it too.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it sucks for that guy who's still struggling and had to sell counterfeit knives to get by. But I guess he, with his reputation and service on the line, is like, he had to make good, right?
Well, he had to, because if this gets back to like the base commander, like, you know what I mean, that he's selling counterfeit stuff out of his house, and he's like a military member, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he could be put in like military prison. Like, they don't take that stuff lightly.
No, I mean, you can go to a base and buy stuff tax free and then resell it, right? That still be legit business.
Oh yeah, you mean it's Oregon? We don't have tax anyways. But it was a crazy, man. The police were involved. Now the district attorney's involved. The chief of police came over and looked at all these knives with me. It was and they're like, "Are you willing to testify if this goes to trial?" I'm like, I don't want it to go to trial. I mean, I'm
you got your money back.
I got my money. I don't care about. And they're like, well, I mean, we have an active duty military member selling counterfeit goods in our town. Like, we don't have a lot to do in this small town, so they're like, we're probably gonna prosecute. I'm like,
like, this is huge news for that small town.
And that knife company is just one town over, right? So it's,
oh shit, okay.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's just in one town, just like 10 miles away.
Damn.
So they were all like making it a big deal. I was like, I just want my money back, you know. I thought that money was gone. I thought it was gone. But
roughly what 30? You said 30 knives at his house?
20, yeah. Oh no, he had like 300. He had a whole trunk full of them.
And then how much did you buy?
I bought 20 of them.
$5 a piece. That's about roughly what, $100 he spent there.
No, I gave him $1,000.
Yeah, I mean about $100 he spent off what's that one site?
Wish.
Yeah, Wish. So he made about 1,000% of what from you.
Yeah, he made $900. He was happy as a clam.
Good shit.
Well, not really good shit, but I mean,
yeah. I mean, if he was able to pass off fake knives and make a profit, you know, he could probably get away with it somewhere else.
But we're not promoting that though.
No, we're not. We're not. Right.
If I would have just bought like one knife, I probably wouldn't even have looked into it.
What if he would have told you like, hey, you know what? These are all fake. I'll sell you one for $80. Would you have bought one?
not for 80, but I would have been like, I'll still buy one from you, but I'll buy it from you for like 40.
Okay. I mean, he's still making money off of that. He's not telling you he bought it for 5. So yeah.
I probably, you know what? I probably still would have bought them a lot less, but still, I mean,
Yeah.
if you were upfront with me.
Let me ask you something though. Are those like I know nothing about benchmark knives. From
Benchmade.
what Benchmade, was the knife was it a quality knife even though it was fake?
Dude, these were nice knives. It's scary, man. What China's doing for like pennies. It's really scary. These are really nice knives for a few bucks.
Man.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you, like Nikes, like it costs what, $2 to make a Nike shoe?
Something
Yeah.
like that. That sold here for $60-$80 just for the regular models, right? And then with the Jordans, they go about roughly $500 to $1,000 for a $2 shoe.
They don't go well. I mean, you're talking about not every Jordan goes for 5.
No, yeah, but just a round number.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're talking maybe aftermarket prices, yeah.
So I got scammed, but the police are involved now. The district attorney's involved. I never would have thought it would have went this far. And all he could have done was PayPal me my money, because I emailed him. I said, hey man, if you PayPal me all my money back right now, I'll drop these knives off on your doorstep, no questions asked, and you'll never hear from me again. And I gave him 4 days to respond, and he never responded.
Did you give him? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what that guy was thinking. Like, you could easily say, "I'm going to the authorities" if you don't. I mean,
But I didn't want to. I never threatened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I never threatened because if the police would have been like, "Hey, Luke, this is a civil matter. Like, you got to take care of yourself," then I would have been like, I would have taken it to the next level and been like, well, now I have to extract. Now I have to go and knock on this guy's door.
Yeah.
ramp up the seriousness.
Yeah, because if he hadn't paid you that day, I mean, you would have to lawyer up. Granted, your father-in-law's a lawyer, and you still have to go through litigation in order to get your money back. That's still time spent and invested, and you're to recoup $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. It just would have been a huge hassle, and I would have done it. I mean, it's just a principle thing, right?
Oh yeah.
You
At
have
that
to.
point, yeah. Well, I'm glad everything worked out for you, man. I don't know about that guy. I'm pretty sure
All right,
he's.
so when you're buying knives, everybody, just make sure it's legit.
Or buying anything, only buy from trusted sources.
Yeah, buy from the store, not from some dude out of his garage.
Oh, you could buy from
Luke.
you
Except
could buy
Luke,
from a
Luke
dude out of his garage. but you buy from somebody who knows what they mean. You know what I mean? Who's been doing it for a long time and not going to rip you off.
Yeah, no one makes counterfeit comics. But counterfeit knives, yeah, that's suspect. Coming out
Now-
of the garage.
Luke, have you talked to your policeman, your cop friend, since the whole incident?
Oh yeah, I told him about it, and he was actually shocked
What's up, Sam?
that town's PD helped me. He was
Really?
shocked. He was like, they knocked on his door. That's crazy. And I'm like, hey man, it's a small town. Like,
Well, small town. Not only that, but the fact that the guy's military, so they knew that this could be a big like bust for them, right?
and it ended up being a pretty big bust.
Yeah.
300 or so counterfeit, and then they say they don't go off the price off Wish.com. They go off the retail value of what it really would be. So, like if it's a trademark infringement, they tally up. So 300 times, $200, whatever that would be.
Wow.
$6,000.
So that's
That's
yeah, that's probably like a low or high grade misdemeanor.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it'd be a felony, but
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the website right now. The lowest I see right now is $140 for a knife, and then everything else goes up from there. Holy shit!
Yeah, they're pricey, man.
I mean, I expect if I'm gonna buy a knife like this, they better stay sharp like a Ginsu knife.
Well, they have a lifetime guarantee. So if it breaks, if it gets dull, if something they say just mail it to them and they'll fix it or replace it. They have 100% guarantee.
Yeah, I'm
Not
looking
yet,
at the
Sam.
knives right now. Yeah.
Not yet, Sam. We'll do it next week because none of us have watched it yet.
Yeah, none of us have watched it, but we're excited to watch it this weekend.
Watch what? He-Man Revelation. Yeah, none of us have watched it. We've heard of the little things that have been going on about it. We'll probably talk about it on Monday. If we can all watch it by the weekend, we'll see.
I'll do my homework.
Yeah.
I'll put
As a
it
matter of fact,
after my-
I'll probably watch a couple episodes tonight.
That's a good idea, actually.
Hey Sam, you wanna jump in the show Monday and let us know what you think?
Yeah, give us your Sam, unless he's on duty, but
Well, before he goes to leave again for undisclosed location, and that'd be good too.
All right. Well, let's move on to a little bit of comic.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
What?
no.
Westbrook is a Laker.
what?
That was like since earlier today, though.
Yeah,
I
but I
just
heard
had
that. But I
breaking
didn't
news
know
for
it was
me.
official.
Oh,
Holy shit! Fuck! They can't get any more talent, right? I guess you got to build around LeBron before he retires.
Wait, was Westbrook still? Wait, wasn't he in the Rockets?
He was.
no, he was with the Wizards.
Wizards.
Whoo! So LeBron James,
Anthony
again,
Davis.
Westbrook, James, and Davis. But James is not 2010 James.
This is not. In all honesty, it sounds good on paper, but these guys aren't prime players anymore.
Well, Anthony Davis is still prime.
That guy, that guy will never be prime, dude. He'll never stay healthy.
Well, you say
Yeah,
he's
but
like the Chris Bosh of the trio?
He's definitely the Chris Bosh of the trio.
Hey,
That's
that's right,
true.
Dave.
Yeah.
Let's prove that.
I mean, it sounds good. If this was a team 5-6 years ago, yeah, I would say this is a good squad. But next year, nah.
You
This is
forget
like
that
this
the
is like
Raptors
Portland
also
getting
won.
this is like Portland getting Carmelo Anthony. It's
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say this is like Portland getting Scottie Pippen like towards the back end of his career, but
that was a good move, actually. That we
That was a good
had that,
spot.
man.
Yeah,
We had that.
Rasheed Wallace, Clyde Drexler, and
no, Clyde wasn't on that squad anymore. He
Clyde
won
was
it
on
with the Rockets.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was with Houston.
Yeah,
damn it.
that was Damon Stoudemire, right? Was
Oh.
Damon Stoudemire on that team?
Stoudemire, yeah, dropped 50 points.
Yeah.
Well, how about the Kobe and Shaq Lakers when Peyton and Malone had joined them?
I mean, that was already bad chemistry. Like that was that they were already feuding. If they didn't feud, they probably would have won like their fourth one. Maybe yeah, they would have gone to number 4 if there was no feud.
Yeah, the Bucks pulled it out, man. That was crazy. Nobody, beginning of the season, I think the Bucks. Yeah, I don't even know, top 10 champion.
Can you count the Raptors with that too? Because they only had one All-Star within with Leonard, right?
Yeah,
Everybody
you can count-
else was
you can
just-
count them.
Yeah, everybody else was a big, huge. role
Yeah.
I mean, Raptors and Bucks within 5 years or 3 years. I mean, come on, that's insane.
Yeah.
And you can say with the first year with the Warriors before they even got big, just right after they dropped they picked up Curry as a coach. Oh, yeah, Kerr.
What are you talking about? What team?
The Warriors when Curry and Thompson and Green were like relative unknowns.
That was already kind of a squad, though. They were already like.
Yeah, but they weren't superstars.
No, but I mean, even now, like I don't consider Draymond like a superstar. I consider Clay and Steph a superstar. Steph definitely. Clay, he's a star. I mean, Clay's kind of borderline, I think, but I don't consider Draymond a
So
superstar.
you're saying that he's like a caliber of like a Pippen caliber of player? Like he's best as the role player, but
Role player for sure.
and really, I guess balances the group as far as like his talent.
I mean, like you can't even say that
He
because
complements Curry.
you can't even really say. I mean, he's a good role player. He is a great role player, but that season when it was just Draymond carrying the team, I mean, he couldn't, he couldn't really take the team to the playoffs. At least Pippen was still leading squads to the playoffs even without Jordan, right?
Yeah, when Jordan's retirement years, yeah, you're right
Yeah.
about
So you can't really, you can't. That's like undervaluing how good of a player Pippen really is.
or really, there was also good drafting by the Bulls at that time, where they could still keep up and stay in the top four of the East
Yeah.
without Jordan.
Yeah.
Totally.
So yeah, I mean, I guess a little bit of breaking news: Westbrook to the Lakers. I don't. I think that it's a good move. I don't. I don't really. I still don't see him as a like they're going to be a squad to be respected, but I don't trust in Anthony Davis's health. I think LeBron is going to keep having some health issues, and Westbrook is getting older too.
Well, I think there's still gonna be a lot of moves going on. I think they might trade Kuzma to the Kings for Buddy Hield so they can get a shooter on there.
Wait, who did DC get then? Because I heard it was Kuzma.
Oh, Kuzma,
Um,
they already moved him. Okay, I guess
that's what I
it.
read earlier. I don't know. I don't know what the trade is right now.
Oh, oh, okay, then forget that. Scratch that then.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to a little bit of comic news. Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney for releasing Black Widow in theaters and on Disney Plus. I think that bridge is burned.
That bridge is torched, and honestly, if I were Disney, I would be cutting a check today. You are going to burn major bridges with stars. Stars are not going to want to jump on your ship anymore. They're going to be like, why? You're going to, if they don't settle this contract, I can't see people wanting big A-list talent to want to do business with them. If they don't,
Right.
if they will not honor their contracts, they clearly broke their contract. They said we will not have this straight to home release for a certain amount of time.
That's what they told Feige. They guaranteed Feige that they weren't going to put it out there on Disney Plus.
Oh, they told Feige that too.
Yeah, because Feige was fighting them tooth and nail for it. Like he
Okay.
wants it only a theatrical release.
Well, and
Okay.
Bob Iger and another top Disney exec both walked with massive multi-million-dollar bonuses from this direct home release, and it's quite frankly it's unethical as hell that they would do Scarlett like this. It's
Yeah.
it's a very bad look for Disney.
They probably thought that she's already on the way out. That was her last movie. But come on, you're setting a precedent for everybody else coming on board. Where am I going to get
It's a
screwed
very
over?
bad look for them. I would be writing a check immediately saying this was just it's not an oversight. I don't even know how to describe it.
It was a bad call.
It was a bad call. It was a very bad call. I mean, people are still gonna people will always want to do Marvel and Disney, but these big, huge deals, people will be like, well, why? Why would we sign the contract with you, Disney?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to break the contract. Like if there were, you know what I mean?
It's like they've got all the money in the world and all the time in the world. You can't just wait to release it to the theaters. Just like they should have waited with Mulan, and I don't know what else I got released.
Damn,
on
I
Disney
forgot
Plus.
Mulan was out with that same deal. There, that same.
Because Mulan just crashed. Because not a lot of people sign up for Disney Plus and buy the premium.
Well, that was the Disney Plus Premium.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I hope they can I hope they make it right for her, but otherwise it's gonna look like a Harvey Weinstein type of situation, and that they took advantage of a female actress. That these two men, might I add, these two high-powered executive men took advantage of a female actress's contract, broke terms, both pocketed $18 and $30 million each, which was supposed to go to her because her back end deal was supposed to be worth $50 million. They pocketed 13 and 80. I mean 30 and 80. So what is that? 48. So that was her money.
Yep. Because everything on the back end were merchandising, advertising, appearances and such, all for the movie. It should have gone to her.
It's very bad. This is not going to end well for them. And honestly, I think this is gonna be stretched out for a couple years. I think they're gonna look back on this moment and wish they would have done things differently. This will probably break things up for Disney a little bit in how they do business. The monopoly word may get tossed around a little bit.
And then the trust with Kevin Feige. If you break that, he's your cash cow right now. You break that with Kevin Feige, you're
yeah. If he's like I'm out, and then Marvel goes down the DC route of obscurity, and then it's done. You had your run.
That's all right. Marvel can hire us, and we'll fix all things. We'll fix all things. But here's what I was also thinking. Do you guys think that if they didn't do this theatrical plus Disney Plus, like how much money? Because Fast and Furious, the movie they made like $700 million, I think. Thought I read that. So do you think that they completely screwed themselves as far as profit? Because I'm not even sure that Black Widow has broke even yet, have they?
I don't think so.
The profit's there to be earned, and we're looking at the small picture when it comes on the profits, because in America you think once you're big here, then everywhere else should follow. But since it's a pandemic, it's going to be kind of sparse as far as like your earnings in theater attendance. But it's still, people will still go watch the movie because things are starting to open up, and people are starting to go out again. And that's the thing that gets people out of their house to go watch a movie. That would have been perfect instead of just having to watch through Disney Plus.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like Fast and Furious 9 was about. I don't know if this is how accurate this is, but it looks like the budget was about $225 million. Box office was $594. So they doubled their money, more than doubled their money, and I'm pretty sure that Black Widow is not hitting $600 million.
Yeah.
And and I'm assuming Black Widow's probably roughly around $200 million budget as well. I mean, we don't even know, like, with the way things are going right now, they could shut down theaters again.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt about that.
I mean,
But if your first movie of the year, a guaranteed blockbuster, is a Marvel movie, you would definitely milk that to its fullest potential and not place it on the streaming service.
So what about Shang-Chi? Do you think for sure they're going to be like, well, even if theaters are going to be, closed again, they're just not going to release it? Or are they going to try to do this whole
No,
theater
I think
plus Disney
I
Plus.
hope they learn their lesson and just say, "Fuck it, we'll push it out to next year until shit reopens again."
Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah, Disney's learned their lesson. At the same time, I mean, Disney could be like, well, we don't really care because we're done with Scarlett. Hopefully, that's not how they treat her, because if they treat her like crap and they don't make it right, you're right, Luke. They're not going to attract very many actors who will want to sign on to do more movies with them.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they will.
Or they'll have that clause in their contract where you can't fuck me over like that and guarantee that this shit's going to the theater, not the streaming service.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Let's move on to our last topic for the night, our pickups for the week. Luke, anything that stood out that you got this week?
Yeah, picked up a couple awesome books. Picked up a shout out to Tyler Edwards. Picked up a little New Mutants '98.
Oh, nice, nice. Is that the real one, right? Not the one that everyone's
not
talking
the
about
Pestle
online.
one, not the Pestle one.
$3.99 one that's going for like $600 or whatever.
Who's crazy not to buy that?
That's the real deal, baby. And then a Hulk 182.
Okay.
Hulk 182. So a couple good books came in this week.
Nice.
Not
nice.
too bad.
Red, what you got?
No books. No
Nothing?
books this week.
All right.
Actually, no, I did get a book. I haven't opened it. I got one from Luke. I got his package.
Do you know what it is?
Oh,
do you
no.
want to do a little unboxing or?
Nah, I'll do it
Alright.
later.
What did I pick up? So I did my normal Wednesday pickup. Colin Bunn has got this new book coming out, The Last Book You'll Ever Read. It seems as though it's starting to pick up a little bit of steam as a good read. It's kind of crazy with Colin Bunn because he always comes out with good stories, but like his books don't ever go up in value. I don't know why his books never really hit that top, like hit any sort of top tier as far as pricing, but
Just waiting for that TV deal.
yeah. But apparently this book is pretty good. I haven't read it yet, so maybe on Monday I'll give a little review. Let's see what else. I picked up Teen Titans Academy issue 5, Robin issue 4. I'm really loving that series right now. And The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. I think that was issue 4, I believe. Got to read most of them last night. I would say my read of the week so far would be Robin. And I did get a couple things. I was able to pick up, make a trade with someone, trade in some cash. I got a copy of ASM 298, 299, and
Oh, sweet.
yeah. So
Really
got a
awesome.
good, I got a pretty good deal on that. Thank you, Nick, for making that trade with me.
Wait, Nick who?
Carl, I'll tell you offline. I don't know if he wants me to say
Okay.
his name. Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason is I sold an ASM 569 second print to a Nick.
It's probably him because he's
That would be awesome.
yeah, he's I think he's like unloading right now. Like he's kind of not really getting out of the game, but he's got too much stuff, so he kind of hooked me up. Trying to make his collection slim down his collection. Other than that, that's all I picked up. We want to thank our listeners and viewers for showing up again tonight. Make sure you follow us on all our IGs. You can follow Luke Weeks at Luke Weeks.
I miss
You can-
5G and Wolf Hawk. Where are they?
Yeah, you can follow Red at C-List Villainous Red. E-Man's not here, but you can follow him at C-List E-Man. You
Hey,
can follow.
don't follow him. Not until he gets back on the show. Until he shows his face on here, Don't
All right,
watch
don't-
his shit.
Don't follow him. Don't watch him. Don't support him. Fine. That's what Red
Not
said.
until he gets back on this main show.
Fair enough.
Yes, I
Fair
command.
enough. Do not follow E-Man until he's back on the main show. You can follow me on IG, AJ the Comic Collector. Make sure you follow our Instagrams, C-List Villains and C-List Villains Podcast. Follow Luke Weeks on his, or don't follow, but go on his website, rkfacomics.com. Buy some books. Join his Facebook group, RKFA Comics, Rare Keys and First Appearance Comics. Other than that, Red, what's our
Buy some Beyond the
hotline?
Breach.
Yeah, pick up Beyond the Breach at Luke's website, rkfacomics.com. Red, what's our hotline?
209-957-75. Wait, 2? Shit, what the fuck is our hotline? 209-975-7597. 209-975-7597. Yeah,
Go-
call us, text us day and night. We are self-help, our
We're life
And-
coaches.
life coaches and DIY coaches. Maybe give you some Bitcoin advice. Maybe talk about your favorite sexual positions. I don't care.
Whoa.
Just go ahead and text the line. Text it, call it, day and night.
All right, guys. With that being said, Luke, anything you wanted to throw out there? Are we good?
No, it's been a great week. See everybody this weekend on the sales floor, RKFA, and have a good one.
Yeah,
Let
and
them
then-
know what time on YouTube or on Facebook.
Yeah, RKFA Comics Sunday by around 3:00.
Oh, and remember to follow Echo.comics on Instagram for Echo Comics. There's your free plug, buddy. Oh, and what was the other thing? Oh, shit. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. Damn it.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the C-List Villains Podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and email us at clistvillains@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail or text us at 209-975-7597. Be sure to join Luke Week's Facebook group, Rare Keys and First Appearance Comics. And you can follow us on our 2 Instagram accounts, C-List Villains and C-List Villains Podcast. Lastly, follow the villains on their separate IG accounts, at Luke Weeks, at C-List Villainous Red, at C-List E-Man, and I am at AJ the Comic Collector. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next episode.